So I tried to tell y'all about Manscaped a while ago, but you didn't listen. This stopped being about nuts a long time ago. Manscaped is for your overall grooming experience, for your overall hygiene experience. Now we have the Beard Hedger Pro Kit. You can look all up in this little box right here that Manscaped provided for me, and you be like, well, Voch, if this is supposed to be a top tier beard trimmer, where's all the guards, Voch? How do I adjust the length for my beard? Let me tell you something, man. Manscaped is pushing the envelope. They have an internal beard length adjustment trimmer. This has 20 different notches on it for 20 different lengths. And just look, come on, bro. That's 20 different notches. So whether you got a beard like me or a beard like Law Nation, we got something for you. Easy to clean. You pop this thing right off, clean it up, pop it right back on. And it is waterproof anyway, so it shouldn't be getting super duper dirty anyway. Inside of this kit, man, we have beard conditioner, beard balm. We have a beard shampoo and a beard oil. One day my beard's gonna get thick enough to use some beard oil, but you get a free gift that comes with this package. You get a beard brush, a beard comb, and beard scissors. So when you do have that big, thick, long beard, you just want to make those small adjustments, right? Manscaped sends you some beard scissors on the house. You can't beat this deal with a stick. So listen, man, go get you one of these, man. Use promo code VOCH20 for 20% off and free shipping, and they ship internationally. Listen, man, it's normally your balls will thank you, but we got beard trimmers, so now your beard will thank you, your face will thank you. We're gonna stick with beard. Your beard will thank you. So going into the next season, right, we're still working on this this series of players that I'm looking at, and trying to forecast how they'll be going into next season, right? How much we really need them and how great it'll be if those dudes stepped up and be dudes. There's a lot of players that sometimes when we go into these seasons, we're like, hey, I'm not really counting on you, but it'd be cool if you were like a dude for real. Like if you think about any of the rookies this year, not named Mozzie or Luke, if we get anything out of Overshown or Junior for Hoko, boy, it'd be fantastic if we could just get any kind of smidge out of them, right? Think about how pivotal Bland was last year. Deron Bland, we walked into the season not thinking that we needed Deron Bland, but if Deron Bland ends up playing a role that's valuable for you, that's a gain for us, right? That's a +1 gain, just by way of, hey man, we had no clue this dude was even going to be a dude, but now he's like a dude, and he's the reason why this defense is doing some of the things that it's doing, and he ends up with 5 picks. And man, come on, man, you can't beat that with a stick when you get those gains, right? So I think Sam Williams is a guy that's a candidate for that, right? Not necessarily, we're not counting on Sam Williams, but the idea of, hey, you got Micah Parsons. He's going to be doing a lot of pass rushing stuff from 8 positions, he says. You got D-Law on one side, who's going to be doing a bunch of run game stuff. I think, he may be retiring from guaranteed in the pass rush situation. I don't know. We'll see. And then you kind of got, this collection of guys, you got Dorrance, you got, some of your inside guys or whatnot. Chauncey's playing more inside. And then you got Dante Fowler, right? Now, not to just poo-poo on this group, but this is a group that could be top 5 in sacks, and this group would have gotten many more sacks if quick passes versus cornerback 2 weren't like a real life thing last year. That's a lot of ways that these offenses beat our defense's pass rush, right? You can't get to our pass rush if we're getting rid of the ball quickly. We're throwing catch and throw passes versus cornerback 2 like that, right? So this unit. That you would, very unassumingly is top 5 in sacks, right? Not unassuming because of Micah, Micah did his thing, but he didn't get all Sammy up. You know what I mean? We still had to do D-Law things. We still had to do, Dorrance and Dante, whatever, right? So I'm looking at Sam Williams in this room to where, okay, Sam's not beating Micah, and Sam's not really gonna take D-Law's job. D-Law kind of got his own job or whatever. But now you got Sam Williams versus, hey man, if you could beat Dorrance and Dante, you on to something, you know what I mean? That's what Sam kind of is right now. That's the role that he's in right now, right? You can have a wide receiver, and hey, you can be a wide receiver that's not amazing, but if you can beat Sammy, you got a shot at this, right? That's kind of in this same category for me. So Sam is a guy that we saw a bunch of flashes of last year. And hey, if you a 2nd round pick and you the Cowboys and you drafted a dude and he may not be perfect, but he give you a little bit of something, then I'm fine with that, because the Cowboys love to miss on 2nd round picks. But when you saw Sam Williams flash last year, right, you'll go, damn boy, I can't wait pardon the sunlight. I'm doing this early in the morning because I love y'all. Hey man, you just look at Sam and go, boy, if you could do that one more time, man. And look, man, I love Sam to pieces, man. But after the body slam game, we ain't see Sam body slam nobody else all year, right? And of course, you want him to, rein some of that back a little bit so we're not just getting penalties or whatever. But boy, it would have been nice to see Sam just body slam people all year. It's better for us to try to slow Sam down than for us to try to speed Sam up, right? And I don't want to say that it's unfair because the Cowboys notoriously are a team that drafts well, and those draft picks typically play. You know what I mean? Like, we're not gonna call it unfair for like DeRon Bland. Nah, DeRon Bland, you can play, step in and play, do your thing, take somebody's job, right? Jordan Lewis is gonna come back and he's gonna have to deal with the real life DeRon Bland problem. So when I'm looking at Sam, I'm going, damn boy, Sam, you had some fantastic reps in the pass rush department, some fantastic reps in the run game. I think one of Sam's biggest one of his biggest plays that he makes is that that backside chase down play. D-Law makes these plays all the time, right? So backside, right? If I'm running to the right, then I'm coming from your left to chase you down, right? I'm gonna put some film in this. This is gonna be a film conversation, by the way. But I think Sam really made a lot of money on those plays, right? Now you can't just be overly aggressive because then we're gonna start running these option plays off you, and that's gonna be bad for your health. But for the most part, Sam is a active run game dude. Now, if you asking Voch, hey Voch, is Sam better than Dorrance in the run game already? Yes, sir. Or ma'am, whoever's watching, right? So, and this ain't just me poo-pooing on Dorrance Armstrong, but like Dorrance Armstrong had to build his way here. He had to work his way here. He had to improve his way here. Sam Williams kind of comes out of the box with better traits already, So the fact that I saw Sam Williams last year be a little better in the run game, that didn't surprise me. Think about this though, right? There were a lot of people last year that was upset at the idea that Micah plays so much DN. Like, hey, coach, why don't we move Micah all over the place? Why don't we play him at linebacker sometimes? Why don't we put him here, put him there? Well, just me going back watching film, Dorrance wasn't the best run game guy. Dorrance didn't hold the edge very well, right? So in my mind, maybe Micah had to play edge because Dorrance was the only guy that was playing edge, and maybe you didn't trust him as much. Dante is not going to be a dangerous rundown guy, and Sam just wasn't ready for the role. So Micah had to play full-time right defensive end because he was all we had. Just Dorrance just wasn't great at it. Can you imagine if Sam Williams has improved so much that he could be a full-time right defensive end guy, or just a guy that you feel great about being run defense guy? We don't have a problem with D-Law being, I'm pointing because D-Law would be over here. I don't have a problem with D-Law being run defense guy. You know what I mean? Do your thing, D-Law. I can put him there and not look at him the whole game, and I'm sure he'll be fine, right? But in my mind, just me watching film retroactively, seeing Dorrance Armstrong not be the greatest in the run game, then seeing Sam give us flashes of greatness in the run game, then seeing Micah playing a whole bunch of right defensive end, in my mind, that was to stop the run. And we did eventually stop the run. Shouts out to Dan for making the adjustment there. Can you imagine if Sam Williams was a guy that could step in and play right defensive end, and he's your run stop dude? Like, he's a guy that can stop the run for you at a high level, but then give you upside in the pass rush game. Man, put Dorrance on the bench, man. And this ain't me poo-pooing on Dorrance, but this is just how you get better. Michael Parsons said it in one of these press conferences, man. He says it's not personal, man. Go out there and take somebody's job, and that's how the team gets better. If nobody's here to take Dorrance Armstrong's job, then damn, what are we doing? On the same token, I encourage Dorrance, hey man, Sam's coming for you. You might want to kick a little bit of ass in the run game this year, just to keep Sam from taking your spot. But it is what it is in that facet or whatever. But just watching Sam, right? Just keeping eyes on Sam. Watch him as a pass rusher. Watch him as a run game guy. Watch him as an aggressive dude. This defense comes with a lot of temperament. It comes with a lot of attitude and a lot of ass whoop. Boy, if Sam Williams just step up and just becomes a guy for you, how much better does your defense get? As a whole, like, man, you just continue to limit those run game deficiencies. You continue to add a little bit of pass rush talent to this thing. You enable Micah Parsons to move all over the place. I mean, this shit gets when you see the puzzle pieces start coming together, it gets interesting, you know. D-Law is an older gentleman, so you're gonna need somebody to be on a, you know, to man his job once he's gone, man. It's a lot. You know, like I said, man, there's a lot of bodies in the edge room, but the long-term forecast for edge is, you know, kind of interesting, right? That's why every year I'm like, hey man, just kind of draft the edge dude just to see what happens, you know. Draft one of these edge guys. So when we see guys like Tyus Wheat, when we see Isaiah Land, I didn't call him Likely, I've been calling him Isaiah Likely for 3 months now. It's just draft dude brain. Tyus Wheat, Darrell Johnson, Isaiah Land, when we see these guys, I'm looking at these guys, partner son. When I see these guys, man, I go, hey man, there's an opportunity for you. In this pass rush room, there is an opportunity for you. Why? Because the training staff is gonna, not training staff, the front office is going to value your youth and your potential over where you currently are, right? We know who Dante Fowler is. We know who Dorrance Armstrong is, but those, you know, and I say older, but Dorrance been playing for like 5 years. He ain't but 26, but he's generally older. And Dante is like 28 or something like that. But you know, if you are a young player like Land, Johnson, or you know, Tyus Wheat, Junior Fahoko, whatever, depending on what position he ends up playing, if you can be just as good as those guys, like as good as Dante Fowler or as good as Dorrance Armstrong, man, you can take them dudes' jobs. You ain't even got to be better. You don't even have to be better than them dudes. You just got to be as good, and your youth will carry you in the roster building process. You know, I said all that to say, hey, Sam could be one of the leaders of the new school, man. Sam can come up in here and bust ass and take that spot and not give it back and possibly get another contract from the Cowboys, right? Just hey, the next 3 years is filled with Sam living out his full potential. Right. And like I said, you know, he's not a guy that we're looking at Sam, but like, hey, Sam, you got to be the starter right now. I think Dorrance gets the first nod in camp. It's going to be a combination of Dorrance, D-Law, and Micah Parsons, right? Dante being like the first rotation guy. And Sam will be a first rotation guy. And not because Sam trash, just that, you know, in any coaching situation, we just got to see it. But when we get to training camp and Sam just show up and start beating the shit out of people, if Sam really took this seriously and he improved, he got on the offseason peanut butter and his neck got thick, he just show up at training camp whooping people, Sam could start by the time we get to September. But we'll cross that road whenever we get there. All right, appreciate y'all, man. Love you to pieces, man. Go to Manscaped, buy everything over there, get that beard trimmer. That's all I got for y'all, man. We'll be dropping some more film convos throughout the week, and we're gonna break down this roster at some point in this break before we get to training camp. All right, y'all hold down for the Doski Woski Peace Whiskey. Till next time.